Yo, welcome to the Nightly Strange.
Welcome to Nightly Strange, ladies and gentlemen. We are your hosts, D. Magano.
And I'm Kay Stanley.
And welcome to another exciting episode.
Hey, happy to be here.
It's been so long.
Too long.
I felt life has gotten in the way of a lot of things I've been wanting to do.
Life is always busy. I always say life is what happens when you're busy making plans.
Yes. I want to be like these retired people that got like 6 Saturdays and a Sunday.
I mean, that's one thing. I'm honestly wondering when people talk about, oh, I've got this job and then I've got my side hustle and then I'm still at home and I'm cooking and I've also cleaned and then look at all these great organized storage bins. That like, how are they finding the time?
Yeah, exactly. Like for me, it's like it's weird. I watch like weird stuff on Instagram now. Like I watch a guy make terrariums.
What are those?
It's like a thing where you put it's basically a living like mini forest inside a glass enclosure.
Oh yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. It's almost like a fishbowl, but you put flora and all kinds of stuff. Okay,
and you put like little bugs in there and stuff. And I watch people clean pools. I'm like, this is my life.
Oh, I do love a good pool cleaning.
I do.
Oh, and
awesome.
car detailing.
I haven't seen any car detailing. I saw the people where they're like swatting. It's something like they're swatting trucks, where they take the front of the truck and they lift the suspension all the way up and they drop the back of it up.
How do you even drive that way?
I don't know. They drive it, but like one guy hit somebody else because you can barely see out.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you're about to, you know what that's like? Driving in San Francisco because their hills are so steep. So your front end is always up and then your back end is down, but you can't see, you feel like you're about to take off in a rocket ship.
Is it because I'm overweight? Every time I hear San Francisco, I think of rice-a-roni and I'm hungry.
That's funny. You know what? That's probably just different childhoods. Because when I think of San Francisco, I think of first Full House. Yeah. And then Monk.
You know, Full House was trying to prepare everybody for the future because they had like 6 adults living in that house paying rent. Oh. Let me think. Yeah. The dad, Joey, Jesse, and the wife.
Yeah, John Stamos.
And the wife and the girlfriend had a good job. She was like a camera woman.
Oh, yeah, there was more because, there's John Stamos, his wife. They had twin boys. That's already 4. And then Bob Saget's character.
He had 2 girls.
No, he had 2 girls and then the twin girl. Well, 3 girls.
Oh, he did have Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Yeah, but they were 2 people playing one part. Yeah. So technically, 3 girls. That's already what? 8?
And the girls and the 2 older girls had to share a room. Michelle had her own room.
Right.
Yeah. Classics. But still, I mean, those people were in there packed. It's crazy.
And and you're right, that is in the future. That's totally what we're living right now.
Yeah, no, totally. I saw somebody advertise it the other day to come live in a tiny house. It was, I think it was $700 to come rent this room, and it was like you had your own bathroom, but you had a shared kitchen and a living space.
I mean, if this is someone I know, like my bestie, then I'm okay. Like that, you're gonna be tight. Yeah. We're only talking like what, 700 square feet? You said?
No, $700 for rent.
Oh, $700.
I don't know about no square feet. I'm looking at price. Put me in a broom closet, as long as I can fit my Xbox in there.
Yeah, and I just feel sometimes it's just too small to be sharing unless that person's really kind of like you in the sense they're tidy, they're organized, or they're loosey-goosey, whatever floats your boat. But
it's tiny homes. It's tiny homes, and then you like it's like camp, but you share a living space. Like, so there's like a whole area where there's the kitchen and the living room and like a different little tiny home.
Oh, I think, is that down by the Capitol?
I think it was in Port Orchard.
Oh, okay, because I know down by the Capitol they've got just like that where they've got these really kind of tiny homes. They're really meant for one person, but there's a communal kitchen, communal shower type thing. Well, different showers, but that's your showering area. But you've got a small like roof over your head and all that good stuff.
Yeah, my mom was totally against all that unisex bathroom. She's like, men are disgusting. I'm like, I know. Men walk in the bathroom and pee on the floor and think it's cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't, not like that, but listen, I'm all for like in public, but we don't have to. We could just be an accessible, bathroom.
Well, yeah, it's like porta potties. We've been using those together.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's the same principle.
Because nobody wants to be in there forever.
No, I really just basically do
that. One construction worker went in there, dropped that mega deuce.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that, and you know what's also the worst is if you're ever out hiking and they have those sort of drop toilets where again it's basically you pee, but it's into this hole kind of thing. So it's a bathroom, but it's just like this sunken kind of, I don't know. It just seems so horrible.
I'm just waiting for some kid to drop in there and they'd be like, he's stuck.
Yeah, that's kind of like my fear.
And the newscaster would be like, well, I guess he's in the shit.
Or you drop your phone.
Oh no, it's over.
Like it's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. Oh my gosh.
You're like trying to think about if you want to dig.
Oh, I can. It might cross my mind, but no, I don't.
Is that a Samsung? No, it's a hepatitis.
Oh, I could. We're getting a new phone that day.
Yeah. No, I need to get a new phone. My phone's been slowed down, thrown, tossed.
I won't be bullied. I'm not doing it.
I got this big old speaker. I just bought this. I'm so happy with it.
She's a beaut.
Yeah, I went to go buy a receiver from this lady, like an old school receiver for my son's room, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't working, so I called her. I was like, yeah, it's not working. They helped me like figure out which buttons to make it work. And then I was like, what you doing with that speaker? And she's like, you can have it $50. I said, I'll take it. I can hook up bikes to it. So my whole goal, right,
Okay.
is to like set it up, let it charge up, and then like 7 o'clock in the morning when I wake up, put it on my daughter's door and play Whoop There It Is.
So you're gonna wake up the whole house.
Yeah, fuck them.
You can wake up everyone.
They don't let me sleep in.
How it's you guys are almost grown. How are they not letting you sleep in?
Well, yeah, they're kind of grown now. They sleep. I mean, they stay up too late.
Yeah, and then that means they usually sleep in late.
Yeah, I can ring that in too. Sometimes I don't be wanting to parent, but sometimes I'm like, ah, damn it. I'm like, why are you making me do this? You're grounded. Now they're in my. Give me your phone. Now they're next to me.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing? You want to watch a movie? Have you watched Fallout yet?
Oh, I did.
That is a great show.
I did enjoy it.
It was so good I started playing the video game.
Sounds like my significant other as well.
Yes,
Oh
I was like, yeah, I got to see what this thing's about.
Yes. He even changed his freaking his watch to look like, what is the little boy, the little character with the little thumbs
With
up
the
guy?
thumbs up.
Yes.
That's the ghoul.
Yeah, but it's like a little image that is.
The figurine or whatever, but that's supposed to be the ghoul because he's supposed to, in the commercials, he did the all thumbs up and stuff.
Yes. So basically, it looks like this little control thing, like how they're wearing on their spoiler.
Are you still excited for House of the Dragons?
Yeah, I would say I'm excited, but ultimately I'm still disappointed that if they were going to tell the Targaryen story, why would they not just start at the beginning? Why are they putting us in the middle of conflict? I guess trying to rope us in, but we would have watched if they would have just started from Aegon's conquest. So.
Yeah, I mean the whole season 2 of the original Game of Thrones, they didn't have any like really killing or like fighting. There's killing, but there was no fighting. It was all based off whisper.
Oh, I guess until the end, because on season 2, that's when they had the Battle of the Blackwater.
Was it the Battle of Blackwater?
Season 2, yeah.
Huh. I need to go rewatch that show.
Yeah, Tyrion does that whole trick in the bay where he lays the wildfire for Stannis.
Oh, yes. I made a song about that. Stannis was he was a hothead.
That's not how he was. Nerd geek showing out right now. That's not how he was in the books, though. He was supposed to be real level-headed and logical. Even though, yes, he did have Melisandre.
You know what I think about that show now? And people were complaining, like, how did these people that can't go in the water pull a dragon out of the water with chains? I'm like, look, we're talking about dead people pulling a dragon out in a land that forever snows. All right? Enjoy the show.
Yeah. You
were deep. I remember you and your significant other were deep.
Yes, because that made
I was down there. I had to leave. I was like, yo, this is intense.
We would get intense because that was our jam,
Yeah.
But it's because, yes, they had fantasy elements, but it was also rooted in a lot of reality.
Yeah.
And I always like to point out, Rob, breaking his oath, that mattered, right?
It sure
seemed
did.
like it was fine, but no, there was a consequence to that.
Then he tried to double back.
Right.
And thinking he'd be like, oh, he'd be all cool, he's all cocky about it. And like, in regular shows, you could kind of do that. But they were like, nah, you ain't doubling back. Then he showed him the pretty daughter he had. Then he killed them all.
Yeah.
Then that's when I really hit my eyes. I was like, dang, he was fucking up.
He really was. The boy, Bran, getting pushed out the window, like what? And to this day, I remember they got me when I thought for sure they were going to save Ned Stark. Because I'm like, he's the most famous guy. He's from Lord of the Rings. They're going to save him. Something's going to... Oh, they just chopped this motherfucker.
Chopped his head off. That's when I was like, oh, this is real.
Yes. Yeah, so fantasy, but there was a realness that was in there,
I love the show because they were like, there was no idle threats. They were like, hey, if you do this and cross me, I'll come back and kill your whole family. And they're like, yeah. Then they cross them and they come back and kill their whole family.
Or sometimes what you didn't know really could hurt you.
Yeah.
So again, I'm excited for House of the Dragon. It's a finished story. I love that. I did enjoy Fire and Blood, but I'm still bitter, as some could probably tell.
Everyone is. Everyone I've talked to is like, yo, Bran had no reason be no point of him should have been the king. He got dragged around the whole show on his back.
Yeah,
and he let Hodor die.
Well, he had to die because of that's how Hodor was Hodoring. Yeah. But I don't think that they let that, whatever his power was, really develop, because I honestly thought he was going to be a villain. To this day, I think that, we'll never get these books, but I think he's actually the villain.
Who, Bran?
Bran.
Well, he's a morgue or whatever, right? And supposedly those things live for like hundreds of years.
And he knows everything.
And so he'll rule forever.
Right. And he'll know like what's happening at all times and stuff like that. So I feel like he knew what was going to happen. We went from, I never wanted anything, to, why do you think I came all the way here? You knew what was going to happen. So you let Jon do what happened with that. You let the other people die. Also, you could get to the throne. That's some pretty.
Yeah, I thought it was weird. He got to watch his sister get sexually assaulted too, and he brought it up.
Yeah.
He's like, "You look beautiful in your wedding dress."
All you had to say is, "I'm so sorry." Left it at what had to happen to you at our house. That's all, or in our home. Whatever.
And so they canceled the Jon Snow show.
Oh yeah. What good?
Really?
Whatever Jon was about to do should have been wrapped up in Game of Thrones.
What about Arya? I want her. Someone said her story should be told because she went west
of Westeros.
Yes, and no one's ever been west.
Okay, true, but there was someone in Fire and Blood who did actually go west of Westeros, and I believe they came back all like jacked up and stuff.
Really?
So again, the stories are out there. What it is, I think people are not satisfied, so they're looking for some way to kind of try to get some more out of it.
Because nobody guessed Bran.
Because it didn't make sense.
It didn't make sense. He had nothing to do with the show. He was just extra.
Yeah. And until he started giving us the flashbacks, I was living.
Oh wait, no, he did help out because he pointed out that he saw the flashback, but he didn't even figure that out about Jon Snow's real name. It was the other dude.
Yeah, which just didn't make any sense. And then he's like, "You have to tell him." Like that. See, we're going on a whole thing.
Thing. Okay. So did you watch any of the NCAA women's tournament?
Oh, I did. I started heavy, but I saw the final.
Yeah.
And then I saw some games in between, but yeah, I did see
I saw the LSU Iowa game.
Yeah, I caught some of that, yeah.
And I see a lot of people giving Caitlin Clark flack and everyone else. First, there are people that never watched the WNBA. That's how much they get paid? Yes, that's how much they get paid. 2, people are upset that Caitlin Clark is getting all these things that they feel the other athletes should be getting. And I need people to understand this. Y'all better be happy that white girl's in that WNBA. She's going to bring so much attention to it. That's what they need. Right now, she is the Larry Bird of the WNBA. She's the Michael Jordan of the WNBA coming in. Her star power is actually going to make everyone's contracts go up higher. So players like Brittany Griner won't have to spend years in jail because they went over to Russia to go play and got caught with some weed.
Okay, I see why you would say that. I don't think that, okay, maybe she's, Larry Bird, and yeah, they are trying to paint her as the great white hope. She's come to save the WNBA or breathe life into it, and I think that's the media. There were already good players that were out.
They're great players.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I'm not putting anything down. The WNBA is great.
And
shout out to the Storm.
Yeah, exactly. And what I also think is important is, one, they don't get paid what they get. What the men get paid is because people aren't showing up.
Yeah, people don't watch the game.
Yeah, more people gotta watch. More people gotta show up to the games, buy their merch. That's just what has to happen. You want them to get. Yeah.
She's gonna bring that star power to it. Think about her jersey already sold out. And Angel Reese, jersey already sold out. Every game that Caitlin Clark is supposed to play in different cities, all the tickets have sold out. Season tickets have sold out. I mean, this is great for the WNBA.
It is, but again, putting it all on Caitlin, I don't like that because, again, Angel has done a lot as well because she had a lot of appeal. She I thought, was very marketable as well. She was well-spoken. She was like, I'm playing a part. She's trying to make money. She realizes she's playing a role, but when she balls, she balls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
20 rebounds that last game she played.
And she's doing the same things that Caitlyn does, but she's getting some other kind of pushback for it, and that I didn't quite like. But she's like, I'm going to be the role. If they want me to be the villain, I'm going to be the villain. I think that, honestly, that's why, I was tuning in, to see that. I used to want to tune in to see what's UConn going to do. So It's not just Caitlyn. I feel that the media is trying to make us think that it's Caitlyn, but I think that, again, there was already people who were going to support and all that, and then the media is trying to say, oh, look, she's the savior of
Well, the
basketball.
media, they have to reach for so much stories because, media has turned to a 24-hour based thing, and everything moves so much faster now. Think about Sports Illustrated collapse and fold, and everyone's like, oh, they still make that?
Yeah.
Because by the time you write it, it's old news.
Yeah, because someone's already tweeted or...
Yeah. And then people are always scratching for something, so it's like they'll watch a tweet, then that'll become news, somebody's tweet.
That's true. Or again with the TikToks and stuff like that, I see a lot of.
You watch TikToks, don't you?
Yeah.
So it's getting banned. I see.
I'm curious, what does that mean?
So they have up to a year to sell TikTok.
Yeah.
Or they're gonna ban it out of the U.S. because they can't control all the stuff all the people reporting on what's happening in Gaza.
Yeah, I think it's that, but on so many levels that counters what we stand for when we just say freedom of speech.
Oh, freedom of speech is gone. You see what they're doing to the college students?
Well, college students are still speaking, but yeah, people are upset about it, but they're still exercising that right of freedom of speech. You know, there's a lot of hate speech that goes on right now on X that goes unchecked, you know. And I just think that, again, freedom of speech is alive and well, except on TikTok, because I think people are learning a lot besides what the media is trying to sell us.
Yes.
You know, that's that whole Caitlyn Clark, that's what they want us to believe, right? But again, when you go on TikTok, you see there's so much more than they're not telling you, and they don't like that.
Yeah, no, they don't like that at all. They want to be able to control it. It was weird. It was like, because, you know, and I don't want to talk too bad about X because I watch porn on there, and I want it to stay when a man gets lonely.
Freedom of expression.
Yeah, that's the right kind of expression. You know, my hoeing days are back.
Okay.
Yes.
So are you're on the prowl for some toxic girls?
Yes. Yeah, actually, you know, I'm leaving alone toxic women, women that don't have jobs, women that don't have custody of their kids unless they have a good excuse.
Okay.
It's fine if you have a son and you let him go live with his dad. I respect that.
Okay. All right. Mentally, you're maybe not in the right space, so you said this is just better.
No, I always just find broken women. They just attract to me. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. I don't know. Don't you guys self-reflect on that a little bit? Why do you think that they're attracted to you?
Maybe because I have that good healing energy.
He'll heal me energy.
Yes. And as you say, hot D.
Yeah. That's what I call House of the Dragon.
Oh shit! Have you watched any of the NBA playoffs?
No, I haven't. The only thing I saw was when LeBron walked off on some PR.
Yeah, I got to watch.
Press conference.
I've been so busy. I finally got to sit down and watch one full game yesterday. It was the Lakers and the Nuggets.
Yeah.
And by the time this airs,
the
Lakers should be eliminated.
Oh. Yeah. Fiddlesticks.
Oh well. You know, it's like it's a changing of the guards. You know, because you had Golden State.
Yeah.
And they got knocked out the play-in tournament.
Which is so interesting because, again, for the most part, their team is the same, right?
Exactly, but they're all older, just like LeBron and Anthony Davis. They're all older. Like, you have to think about, like, OKC, they have the youngest team in the NBA, and they're in the playoffs. Hopefully they lose because, you know, it's Sonics forever. I say right now, Sonics forever, the OKC. You know, and then you got the Timberwolves are coming up.
Okay.
They're right there. Denver's reigning champs. John Morant's coming back with the Grizzlies next year.
Yeah,
you got
he just
Sacramento,
had an injury, right?
Yeah, he got injured.
Yeah.
Sacramento. I mean, you got a lot of teams coming out. Like, so it's
okay. I mean, it's kind of like what it is. You can't be the reigning dynasty forever.
No.
You know, there's an ebb and a flow. So sounds like while they're rebuilding, we've got some up and comers who have already put that fresh sort of meat in. Okay, and so now that's what we're seeing the outcome of.
How you feel about all those restaurants down the street that they opened up?
I love it.
Really? That Wendy's line be wrapped.
It does, and I've sat in that.
I have too.
I have.
My son's like, he don't even care. He's like, can you take me? I have a car full of kids. Can you take me to Wendy's so I can get something to eat? I'm like, so just you to get something to eat? He's like, yeah. I'm like, so I'm gonna wait in this line for 10 minutes just so you can get something to eat?
You go park and tell him to go walk inside.
Yeah, I walked inside the other day. The guy was like, I'll be right with you. It took him like 5 minutes just to get somebody two chilies. And I'm looking at everyone else. Like, y'all waiting to order? They're like, yep. I'm like, nah, I'm out.
Oh, wow.
I'm out of here.
Oh, wow. Okay, there goes that theory.
Yeah. They got a new Mexican restaurant down there over by the old hospital.
Oh, I've not been to that one. Are they good?
Yeah, it's a little pricey.
Okay.
They have, instead of carne asada fries, they have hot Cheeto fries.
Okay. They got what? Chili Cheeto sauce?
No, hot Cheetos, like, you know, the hot Cheetos.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I'd rather have the fries.
The fries.
Yeah, I'm not eating the Cheetos.
I like their fries better than Asentinos.
Oh, wow.
And the only reason I can pronounce Asentinos because my boss said it.
Asentinos,
Yeah.
there it is. Because let me tell you, that's not what I was saying.
Yeah, my new job is cracking.
I love that. That's good.
I like it. You know, I
People
always
deserve to be in a good space like that.
Exactly. I always told myself, like, I'd leave my last job if I found a job that paid me more to do less. Well, exactly what I got.
Yo, I was on the TikTok and this chick was like a certified anesthesiologist assistant.
Yeah.
She works 1 day a week for 10 hours and her gross income is $100K.
I wouldn't doubt it. Anesthesia, I mean, they just give people medicine or like numbing stuff and stuff to pass them out. Like, I met one of those guys. He was coming out, I was looking at his car, and he was like, yeah, man, I just leased a new car. I just lease this car and get a new one every 2 years.
I mean, ideally, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
But she's just the assistant. I was just like, dang. I knew obviously if you were the main one, that makes sense to me. But when she was talking that, and she's like, I just had to scale back, and I was just like, oh, how nice must that be?
You just had to scale back and you still make $100K off one day?
She was like 3 days a week.
I'm selling feet pics. I'm done with this.
Allison Hightower, you were onto something.
Yeah, I am. Oh yeah, I always think about that scene where she like shows her feet and turns her head, and I'm like, how long have they been doing this?
Oh, that's.
Did she wait for him to bust and then leave? I like your shoes.
Oh, thank you. Yes, these showed up as comfortable, like to be walking in.
Yes, I have a pair. Mine have blue stripes on them though. You know, I stay with Reebok.
Yeah, I know. And yes, okay,
All
okay,
day.
I missed it. Yeah, OG over here. 'Cause I remember you had the other ones, the classics.
I still got the classic. I wore it when I
Okay.
went to go do my stand-up comedy.
Which I also saw. I didn't catch your shoes, but I also watched that. Yes, good
Thank you.
job. Because you know what? That takes courage.
Yeah.
To get up on the stage and put yourself out there and not know how you'll be received. So hats off to you.
Thanks. Well, I put it in my joke. I put like a plate in front of me, and everyone was like, "Man, it sounded like it's so funny." Like, I was like, "No, I planned all that, everything out." And so I had the bowl, and I told everyone at the end, I was like, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? I told myself if you laughed, I was on. But if you booed me and threw food, I could have ate later." So I had the bowl in front of me. Yeah, but it worked out. It was fun. I got another one on June 8th.
Okay. All right.
Everybody gonna pay $10 to come see.
Oh, where are you gonna be?
It's gonna be at the Dugout again.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to So What. He's gonna be throwing another show there at the Dugout.
Yeah, I really like that. So yeah,
Come on out next time.
I sure will.
Yeah.
I will make it a point to do that, especially since some of the things in my life will hopefully be calming down.
I know, life is just stressful. That's why it's been hard for me to do anything. It's like I've been running around with it's crazy. I have a set schedule now for work, but it's like that time is so filled up, and I'm glad my kids are teenagers, and I'm glad I have this job because I have the leniency to like take off half the day or take a 2-hour lunch. It's crazy. I had an hour lunch. I went and fixed my aunt's internet on the west side, drove to Silverdale and picked this speaker up, dropped it off here, and came home and came back to work without missing a minute.
See?
That hour be lit.
Oh, I know. The fastest hour of your life.
Yeah, I'm like 5 minutes away from work. I go home and take a nap. I'm like,
that definitely would seem worthwhile, just trying to get to your place, because you're real close, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's so funny how, again, the theory of relativity, right? Again, where you're somewhere boring, you're like, that's the longest hour of my life, I'm never gonna get it back. But when you try to ziggity boom, beat the clock, it's like, oh god.
yeah, and I be working so much I don't even. Have you heard of this thing called the Mandela effect?
I have.
Now, we were talking about this at work, and I thought it was so interesting, and how they were saying, like for one instance, Fruit of the Loom used to have the fruit inside that one wooden thing.
Cornucopia.
The cornucopia, yeah, right. And now they're saying it never was there. I'm like, no, that's a lie.
That is a lie.
That's a lie. That's always been there.
Yes,
that
I remember
or like, there's a couple other ones too.
And I think one was Jif. The way it was
Jiffy.
Jif or it was Jiffy. Yes, and I remember Jiffy.
They used to have two.
So,
I thought it was Jif and Jiffy.
But they were the same company.
No, it was two different companies.
Oh, see?
Just like remember they used to have Peter Pan peanut butter.
I remember Peter Pan.
But I don't know if they still sell it. I know they had like an E. coli thing and it just crushed them.
Oh, you know what? It wasn't my go-to peanut butter.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But
I'm gonna do some more research. We'll talk about it on the next episode.
Yeah, it is very interesting the way people have different.
Or they always
memories.
bring up the Shazam movie.
Oh yes, I remember Shazam.
Yeah, but the one I saw had Sinbad in it.
I remember both.
Me too, Sinbad and Shaq.
Right. And how are some people talking about that? See, this is people trying to play mind games.
But even Sinbad said there's no Sinbad movie. I was like, bro, nah, come on. Like I remember watching it as a kid.
No.
Someone tried to show the DVD.
And he's still,
But you know what's crazy? From 2000, they said that they had a report once that said from 2001 to like 2014.
Yeah.
Technology moves so quickly. They don't have records of anything from that period of time. So you could just put any information and change things all you want.
Ugh, that's scary.
Yeah. We'll figure it out on another exciting episode of the Nightly Strange. You got any shout outs?
Shout out to you. Thanks for getting me together and being in person. It's always nice to see you. And I love your braids, by the way.
Thank you. I had to take it back. I was it's getting hot and the afro was out, and I was like, let me just get it twisted. And I cut my beard too.
Okay, trim.
Yeah. Trying to look nice for the ladies that got good jobs and homes and don't want kids no more.
Okay, there's no shame in that.
Yeah.
Or any kids, period.
At all. Y'all want to say shout outs to Razi and Kilo Keys that couldn't be here tonight. Kilo will be here in June though.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That's gonna be. That's what's up.
Yes.
Kilo, can't wait to see you.
Hell yeah. Shout out to all the fans. Shout out to everybody that watches us. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep it going. This is the Nightly Strange. I'm D-Mac Uno.
And I'm Kay Stanley.
And we'll see y'all next time.
You're welcome to the nightly strange.